Okay, now that the seats are out, we can start laying the vehicle specific loom. It's made for the MU-X, right length, all the terminations are correct. So you literally lay it across this section here. There's a nice entry point here where there's no pinching of the cable, where the plastic rises slightly, so you can get all three cables nice and neatly under there. That's held back by our railings that'll go in later. We'll just pop around the other side and show you the parts that we need to do on the front end. Now you've laid the cable on the back section, coming down to the passenger side rear footwell, removing the trim plastic. They just simply clip out, undo the rubber, it just gives you a little bit more room, and then you can fold these cables through on this side of the steering, the seat belt. So you can see they'll come through that plastic opening nice and neatly, and we're going to follow them through here. Next step is to undo the center pillar here, so you can run the cables through into the front footwell. In this part we can see our two thicker cables, positive and negative, have pushed through these two cable runs. Our thinner ignition cable can safely sit down the side. There's not enough room to fit all three in there comfortably. Now that's run through past our seatbelt bolt, and I'll go to the front footwell and do the same. Okay, so what we're going to do is remove the bottom seatbelt bolt, 14mm socket or spanner. Undo that. Simply pop that out of the way so it's not going to scratch anything. And then this panel, you take the rubbers off, you can see there, will simply pop out. Next part of the video, I'll show you where to run the cable through. This is the front footwell of the passenger side. You can see with the trim removed still in the centre where the seat belt was holding it on there. Again, three cables. You will be able to run these cables around this section behind the carpet. There's a loom, as you can see, exposed through here. Follow that through and then pop them through these two and then up into the kick panel on the side. I'll show you a finished section in a moment. Okay, now we can see these are run. You'll get small cable, big cable through that. You'll get all three cables through these two. One of the thicker cables you'll need to run up and around here and then go through this conduit through here. And you can see that's just bundled up into the footwell here. You can cable tie to secure to this factory loom here. Do that up to the top here, and the next part will show you the joining of the run cable with our cables and pull them through the firewall. You'll see in the photo a little bit earlier with the grommet, we've cut a slot in there. This one's got an existing cable running through for a UHF antenna. You can see that's in the top of that plug. We've run our feeder through that you can attach our cables to. We'll show you that in a moment. That's included in the kit. It makes your life a lot easier. Now that we've got the feeder through, you can see that there, makes this attach your cables through. The next part of the video, I'll show you them taped to the feeder, and using a lubricant spray, silicone. If you've got RP7 or WD-40, that is fine. If you get it on the carpet, it might smell for a little bit, but it will make it a lot easier to pull through that grommet. Less likely to jag cables up or damage anything. And any sort of lubricant will do, just to give it a little bit of guidance through there and pull it through. Now you'll notice with our cable there's three different lengths. Negative is longest, ignition connector is next, and the positive is the shortest. So you literally tape the positive and the three cables together in that spot. Further up you tape the two cables together, and the negative is what you attach to the fly lead. Make sure when you do it, you've got plenty of tape. You can't over tape it, otherwise you just have to undo it all and pull that cable through again. I'll show you in the next part of the video, and then we'll pull it through. Taped it up onto our fly lead. Bit of silicone spray, and we're just going to pull it through. Just make sure there's no nothing catching on this side. Lay that flat on the floor. If you've got a helper, get them to pull it through. Other than that, we'll grab the other end here. Pull the loom through. Perfect. You can see that's just come straight through. Nice and easy. And we're ready to wire up the front end. Obviously undo all of that tape and you'll be able to start on those connections. Now we've got our 3 cables through. Grab the black one, which is the earth side of it. Run it past there, past your washer bottle filler, and loop it around, and we'll connect that to the negative. It is a 12mm nut, so 12mm socket or spanner. Obviously, that on there, like so. Make sure that's nice and free. Tighten that up. And that is your earth strap done. Next one, small ignition cable, which when you've got the cover of the fuse box off, you can see this loom simply runs up the side of it in a nice plastic conduit up that side. Follow that along, you can tuck it in behind that loom to hold it in place. And then our wire tap, which we've got photos of which spot. Basically it is the far passenger side fuse that you can see. If I remove that, you can see it's the furthest one to the passenger side. Popping that in, join that together. Now we're going to connect our positive line. So we've got our fuse block out of the fitting kit. You want to join the cable with the red that you've pulled through the firewall to that with the supplied 8mm nut. And socket or spanner, you can tighten that up. Well, they're nice and tight. That's an important connection. Clip the cover on that. And now we want to join the red end to that lead there. Now 12mm socket again, or spanner will get this nut off. Don't drop it down the engine bay, it's not fun, trust me. Pop that on there, tighten that up. Nice and tight. Now, tuck these leads back down. You will have a little bit of excess cable, which is not a bad thing if you ever need to work on anything underneath the bonnet. Nothing worse than short cables. So you can tie that back to that loom, cable tie those up, pop your cover back on. Under bonnet is now done. Once you've got those cable ties in there, put all your plastics back on through your footwell, your kick panel, passenger side rear, and then the wiring installation is now complete. Now we've got our 3 cables through. Grab the black one, which is the earth side of it. Run it past there, past your washer bottle filler, and loop it around, and we'll connect that to the negative. It is a 12mm nut, so 12mm socket or spanner. Obviously, that on there, like so. Make sure that's nice and free. Tighten that up. And that is your earth strap done. Next one, small ignition cable, which when you've got the cover of the fuse box off, You can see this loom simply runs up the side of it in a nice plastic conduit up that side. Follow that along. You can tuck it in behind that loom to hold it in place, and then our wire tap, which we've got photos of, which spot. Basically, it is the far passenger side fuse that you can see. If I remove that, you can see it's the furthest one to the passenger side. Popping that in, join that together. Alright, we have the 3 mounting platforms positioned in here. Video, you'll have seen the removal of seats. There is 8 bolts of 2 nuts, 6 M10 bolts. Line them all up with the pieces. They are marked right, middle, left. You can't get them around the wrong way. Once they're all in the centre with all the nut and the bolts in place, tighten them up. Alright, now we have the PowerDeck in place. I'll simply slide that forward, and I will get my helper here to connect the Anderson 3-way to the main power loom. Thank you, Sean. Excellent. Now you'll also see the accessory, see that start to light up there, which is great. The accessory loom underneath this section here and off to the side. Under the floor itself is a routed component that those cables will pass safely through. In the next part of the video, we'll show you with the deck in place. See the PowerDeck's in place now. That'll line up with the 6 bolt points. You can see the accessory tray. All 4 wires will locate where the floor is routed. So those cables will pop through without any interference, and then we can bolt that down in a moment. Next part of the video, we'll show it all bolted down. Now the lids are in, all tightened down, so it sits nice and flat. Accessory tray off to the side. We've got Anderson 50 amp out, twin USB with a gauge, solar input, Red Arc Alpha charger in there with the fuse block. Sean's going to start the car now, and we can see we've connected our front loom. That'll give us battery connectivity, it'll give us charging. Lit up, lithium profile, car charge. Red Arc will take a moment to settle into its charging regime. So you can see that's now charging perfectly. That part of the install is now complete. Lid in, ready to go. Very last part of the installation. Now we know it's working. Battery cover back on. Most importantly, silicone seal the hole that you've done your conduit through. Make sure you're not getting any leaks.